Hi, I am Jyoti sir. Once again welcome to the second class of icse Mathematics class 10. Today we will read factorization and should thank you, and also I am very happy that you showed a lot of love of my first class on banking, and also many of you have written in the comment that you can't open the link. Please subscribe it, then easily you can open it and also you can get the notification and the notes given there. So please subscribe my channel, and if you like my class, please share it among your friends. So today we will start factorization. So already you have done in class 9 factorization. So here also we will do factorization but of polynomial function. In class 9 you have done factorization of polynomial function of degree 2, that is quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c. This function you have done the factorization. Here also you will use the basic thing of class 9, but here we will not do any other factorization but only the factorization of the polynomial function of degree 3, that is represented by ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now those who don't know what is polynomial function is a function having is represented like this way, and it is like x cube, then x square, then x to the power 1, then x to the power 0, which is, we know that x to the power 0 equals to 1, so that is d. Okay, so that is the decreasing order of the degree. So quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, and it is equals to 0, but this is the polynomial function, and its degree is 2, and then it is 1, and then it is 1 means x to the power 0 is there. So this one you have done in class 9. How to factorize it, you know it. Now we will take help of this one also to solve it. But how to solve this one? Let us take an example, and then I will show you that how we can factorize it in a nice way. Also I will show you my process, that is which process I prefer a lot, because that is, I think, easiest one. Now I will show you the division method also, and also my process. You choose which one you will follow. Okay, but before that there is a confusion among the student, is that what is remainder theorem and what is factor theorem. Now what is remainder theorem and what is factor theorem? First let me tell you the definition, then in easy way I will tell you that how you can differentiate, how you can understand the theorem. So first, remainder theorem I am writing as RT. So remainder theorem tells that if x minus alpha is there, then x is equals to alpha. If I make it equal to 0, then x will be equal to alpha if, because I am describing this one f of x as a function. We are writing the function like f of x. So f of alpha is equals to the remainder. This is remainder theorem. That means the remainder theorem is telling that if x minus alpha is there, then we will take out x, and this value, if we put it in this equation, then we will get remainder. Whereas the factor theorem is telling, which I am writing as ft, factor theorem is telling that if x minus alpha is there, that is x is equals to alpha, then f of alpha is equals to 0. If f of alpha is equals to 0, then x minus alpha is a factor. X minus alpha is a factor where alpha we call it as a root. This one also you have learned in class 9, that what is root and what is factor. So here this is factor theorem and this is remainder theorem. Now in easy way in order to understand is that if x minus alpha is there, and if you put this, if you take out this x, then whatever the value is there, if you put it in x, if a value comes, then that falls under the remainder theorem, and if that is equals to 0, then it falls under factor theorem, and that value of x is the root, and x of that value means how to put that value on this left side of this root of this equation equal sign, then you will get the factor. Clear? I hope now I have cleared your doubt about the remainder theorem and factor theorem. Now let us take one example and I will show you in details how to solve it, and then I will show you the process also, the two processes which I was talking. So let us take one example. X cube minus 7x plus 14x, 7x square minus 14x minus 8. So let us take this example. Now first of all, how to find the first factor? Now we will see the constant, that is 8. Okay. Now when you will see this 8, you have to find the factorial of 8. Factorial of 8 is what? Factorial means the number by which we can divide 8. So 8 can be divided by 1, 2 and 4 and 8 itself. Now how to find the first factor? First we will take the plus or minus of the first one, or the second one plus minus, or the third one, or the fourth one. So first we will try with plus of 1, then minus of 1. So first let us try with plus of 1. So if I put over here, that is if this function, if we do not like this way, f of x, and if we write the value of x equals to 1, and if we put it, then it will be 1 minus 7 plus 14 minus 8, that is minus 6 plus 14 minus 8, that is equals to 0. That means we can see that f of 1 gives us 0. So from the factor theorem, what we can say, that 1 is the root and x is equals to 1. So x minus 1 equal to 0. So x minus 1 is the factor, but it is the first factor. So x minus 1 is a factor. Now since we know that in a polynomial function the highest degree is 3, so how many factor we will get? We will get 3 factor, but we have got only 1 factor. So we have to find the rest 2. Now here comes the process. Now there are two processes. One I told you, that is my process, it is the easiest one and which I feel, and another one is the division method. We will do both and you will select your own process. Okay. So let me drop this side. Okay. So since x minus 1 is one factor, what we will do? We will write it 3 times. So we will give one place here gap, then we will write x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. Little gap we will keep in order to balance the expression. How? Now you see, first what is there? X cube is there, but here x is there, so we will multiply with x square. So x square if you multiply, so the balance one we will write it in the above blank place. So here it will be x cube minus x square, but here 7 minus 7x square is there, so I have to multiply here with minus 6x. So it will become minus 6x square. Now you see minus x square minus 6x square is minus 7x square. After that you see minus minus will become plus, 6x into 1 is 6x, plus here it is 14x. So I have to add here, I have to multiply with 8. So if I multiply with 8, you see plus 8x. So 6x plus 8x gives us 14x, and 8x minus it will become minus 8. Now always you remember that in this process the last expression will always match with the given expression. So already we got it. Now you see this one is for the balance, it has no other use. Now we will take common from here. So this one is x minus 1. So if we take common here, then we will get from first x square, from the second x 6x, and from the last 8. So we got the basic thing. Now this is a quadratic equation and you know how to solve it. Let me show you. So x minus 1. Now this one I will write it in the second bracket, and this will be x square, and this one will be minus 2x minus 4x plus 8. So this one is x minus 1. Now this one if you take common from here, then x minus 2, and from here if I take 4 common, then it will become x minus 2. So x minus 2, sorry, x minus 1. From here I will take common x minus 2, then it will leave x minus 4. So you see we have got x minus 1, x minus 2 and x minus 4 as 3 factors. First one already we have got, and the second 2 we have got from this process. So there is another process that is called the division method. Now how to do the division method? This one also we will learn. So for the division method, what we have to do? X minus 1, that is what we have got from the first the factor, that one we will write, and then we will write this expression x cube minus 7x square plus 14x minus 8. And now you see the first we have to match with the this first expression. So here x is there, so I have to multiply with x square. So it will give you x cube minus x square. So now you have to change the sign, so it will become minus, it will become plus. This one will cut, this one will become minus 6x square. Now the next term will come down. So in order to balance it, I have to do with minus 6x. So it will give minus 6x square plus 6x. Okay, so again I have to change the sign. So this will cut, this will become 8x. Now I have to put the last term here. So this will be, this one is plus 8. So it will become 8x minus 8. Now change the sign. So your remainder is 0. So that means the division is complete. Now this one and this one is the same thing. So after that, this procedure will be same. Only the main difference is to find it. So here in the 2-step you will get, and here you have to do this long division. Now it is up to you which one you will follow. Now let us come to the question. Here the question will be very simple and easy one. They will tell you the expression they will give, and they will tell you to find the factor and factorize it completely. Completely means you have to factor. You have to take out the 3 factor. Sometimes they will give you one and they will tell you to find other 2. Sometimes they will tell to check. Now in this checking process, you will see in the question there is still without division. So without division, how to check that this is a factor? If it is given, so if suppose x minus 1 was given and it was told to check, then what you will do? X minus 1. So x is minus 1 equal to 0. So x is equals to 1, and then put this one here and show that it is equals to 0. If this expression is equals to 0, that means this one is a root and this is the factor. So easily you can prove without division also. And if they tell with division, then this is the process of division. I hope I have cleared all your doubt, and in the link I have given notes of this factorization and also the solved question of your book I have given in the link. Please subscribe it so that you can easily access it, and also if you like my class, please share it among your friends, and stay at home, stay safe.